And our next honoree is getting the inaugural Ramon Velasquez Vocal for Justice Award. Ramon Velasquez was a fearless leader who worked hard to educate and give back to his community. You could clap for that, yes. Ramon's motto was always, I'm not going to quit till the 30% ring cap is passed.
All right. It's a good motto.
Unfortunately, he is not here with us today to share in this victory. So we want to let him know that we do miss him, and we finally did it.
Spirit. Spirit.
The award for Ramon Velasquez is going to Bobby Tolbert. So I would like you to please give us a strong hand of applause. We would like to bring up State Senator Gustavo Rivera, who will be presenting the award.
Give it up for these beautiful MCs, please. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I am extremely happy to be here today to talk about, for a couple of minutes, about that gentleman right there, Bobby. Bobby. Now, I'm very, very happy every time that I welcome Vocal up to Albany. I'm very happy to see you all here in the city, but as I tell all the Vocal members, and they know, I am happier to see them up there in Albany. Just because as I remind them that it's very easy for my colleagues to forget why they go up there to begin with. And when they see some folks coming up and talking to them the way y'all talk to them.
I know that's right.
Oh yes.
I know that's right.
Talk about it.
Now, why do I love Vocal? And I've told the members this, but some of the folks that are here, particularly the folks that have given some money to Vocal, and yes, you should give some more. Why do I love Vocal? Three things. Number one, particularly when they come up to Albany, they come up educated. They know the issue. They understand the policy. So they can talk to anybody, whether it is a colleague of mine, a legislator, to the press, or to other folks about that issue. So they're educated about the policy. Number two, they are willing not only to talk to these folks, not only to educate them, but they're willing to share their personal stories. There's something about knowing policy, but there's something about saying how that policy is going to change your life and how it impacts your life and the life of your family. So they share their own stories. And number three, they're ready to throw down. And the reason why I'm so happy to give this award to Bobby today is because this gentleman right here personifies all of those three things. All of those three things. He has taught me about healthcare policy. Now I'm the ranking member in the health committee, which means that when we get to the majority, I'm going to be the chair of the health committee. All right. With the help of some of the folks in this room. But when I do that, I still need to be educated. And that means that people like Bobby, and Bobby himself is going to educate me. He already has. And he's told me about his own experiences. He's told me about his life. And he's told me about how the advocacy that is done has changed his life. And how it's changed other people's lives. But above all, Bobby is ready to throw down.
All right.
Bobby is ready to throw down. When he needs to be doing a sit-in, when he needs to do an action, he throws down. So that is why I love Vocal, and that is why I love this Bronxite. Hold on a second. All the X's. I throw the X every time I can. I love Bobby, I love Vocal, and I love the Bronx. And this man personifies all these things. So please help me welcome the greatest Bronxite alive today, at least. Bobby, get up here. Get up here.
Of course, you know I've never won anything, so I'm gonna milk this baby for everything it's worth. growing up a young black man in the 60s, I had many influences. And all the influences and role models that a young black activist would need. People like Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, Malcolm X, Serena Williams, Barack Obama, Martin Luther King, and Serena Williams. I'm sorry, I have a predisposed attraction to women in power. But with all those influences, it's pretty ironic that my current motivation comes from 3 white people. And they happen to be in the room today. Dahlia Heller, Jennifer Flynn Walker, and Charles King. You know, when you have Nikki Barnes as one of your role models in the 60s, you know a lot about getting high. But you don't know squat about what harm reduction is. So when I walked through citywide harm reduction in 1997, Dahlia Heller gave me a crash course in harm reduction 101. And it was very beneficial to me, but even more important than that, she implanted in my mind this vision that realistically, drug users are in essence people first. And that didn't resonate until later on in my career, but I held on to that. And as I tried to navigate the New York shelter system after my subsequent HIV infection, I recall a day that I was living in the Allerton, now extinct hotel in Chelsea. And one of my neighbors had got evicted from his room. And after like a few hours of anxiety, wondering how this is going to spell out, the man comes back in the building and he has with him then Jennifer Alice Flynn. And she calmly told the superintendent, not only will you reinstate this man into his room, but you will cease and desist all action until due process can occur. From that moment on, I knew I wanted to be a part of that power dynamic. And I got my first chance when, as a member of Housing Works, Charles King asked me to testify before the Black, Latino, and Asian caucus in the City Council about the state of SROs during the Giuliani administration. Now I know at least 50,000 activists that would have loved to have a piece of that action right there. So after I told them what it was all about, I got home to a lot of phone calls and text messages and everything saying, Bobby, I didn't know you could be on TV and do this. My reaction to that was, I didn't know, first of all, so many people watch C-SPAN. But it was pretty profound. So I can really say that this award that is given to me is not only mine. It belongs to those aforementioned people that delivered me to my state of self-actualization, but also belongs to people like my executive director, Sean Barry. If you pull his face out of his laptop long enough, you will see that he does indeed have an S on his chest. But it also belongs to my fellow board members who have a shared vision of what social justice is. Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
I told you. Yes, it belongs to you too. It also belongs to a dedicated staff of vocal organizers and policy directors and creative directors who know how to draw a roadmap to success and social justice. Yes, it belongs to you. As a matter of fact, this award belongs to anyone who has ever carried a sign, chanted a chant, stood up in the federal Capitol building, sat down in the state Capitol building, or wore some exotic jewelry, just to prove that the tree of power starts with the grassroots.